Hi folks, I'm Neil Barton, KTK News. This is a digital news update. Right now we have information that a family of 3 found dead in the city of Winona. KTK's Maya Owens right now on scene. Maya, what can you tell us?
Yes, Neil, we're outside here, and if you take a look around me, you can see it seems like the Sheriff Crime Scene Unit has just pulled up, and they're going inside the house looking for evidence. We're not sure what exactly happened here quite yet, but we know that 3 people were found dead inside of this home. You can see outside a trampoline set, so signs of children living here are here. Like I said again, we aren't sure exactly who the 3 victims are. We don't know names, we don't know ages just quite yet. We are awaiting a press conference. The Sheriff's Department is going to come over in just a few moments to give us an update about what exactly happened here inside of this home. Now, a brother of the victim did come up to us and talk to us, saying that his mother did not know what happened here just yet, and we're just awaiting to know what the names of these victims are, their ages, and what exactly went on here, and why these people were found dead inside of this home. You can pan off again, see a trampoline, and you can see the Sheriff's Department in Smith County collectively together, coming together to find out what's going on, figure out evidence before they come over here and update the media. They said they're going to be giving us an update in just a few moments. Neighbors have been driving by asking what's going on, because like I said, this is very unclear. It's a very new crime scene. Crime scene investigators just arrived, and you can see that they have went inside to try to figure out what's going on, collect evidence, and see what exactly went on here, Neil. But we, of course, will keep you updated as more updates keep coming into us and we learn more information for this investigation.
Yeah, Maya, before you go, we did get a tip from a source a couple of hours ago that 3 people were found dead. And again, we are getting some more information coming into our newsroom, but we're not going to release that until we can nail that down. So needless to say, I think Larry Christian or Sheriff Smith will kind of nail things down for us when they have our news conference in a couple of moments. Just so you know, at home, folks, sometimes the police will show up and they say we're ready to talk in just a few moments, but they continue to find leads, people to talk to, new information, and they too always want to have things nailed down before they ever go to air with that or go to a digital platform, right, Mai?
And yep, and it looks like Larry Christian's about to head over here now, so we're about to get a media update.
I guess we'll stay with this because here they come. I think I see there's Larry Christian, and I can see there's just where the Larry Smith walks here. That's him. And so I'm going to stay with you, and you tell us what's going on. Here we go.
Okay, it looks like Larry Christian's about to walk up here. We're going to get a little bit closer and see what's going on.
How about 4? Can everybody sync up together? Or does everybody have to have one?
Chance to see sort of the warts and all of how a press conference or news conference works. People stand up, they make sure they get a white balance for the cameras, make sure everyone has a reasonable chance to get microphones working. That's what's going on right now. I can tell that's Larry Smith because I see a tall man with a firearm on his left side. That's the way that Sheriff Smith wears his firearm. So any time until we start?
I got 2, 3.
Yep, it looks like we're about to start right now.
Okay, it's all yours.
I'm missing one. Mike?
No, I've got a stick back, Sheriff.
Oh, okay. To silence my phone. Call that number. Okay. 5952. That's a friend. Just get a number where investigators can call her. Did you get it?
9752.
Correct. That's right.
It's
that's somebody I talked to. That's she was called a couple of times.
you want
And I called the guy.
to see where the investigator can go contact her?
They don't know. Just get her number. and her name and information where they can call her.
So once again, like I said before, this is always sort of a nasty process before a news conference starts. Everyone has to get their camera ready. They have to be ready to talk, and I think Sheriff Smith is getting ready to talk right now. I think all the local media is set, so back to you.
Okay. About 12:35 this afternoon, Smith County Communications received a phone call from an individual identified as the son of one of the deceased individuals inside the residence. And what had happened is the 8th grader, who's also deceased, did not show up for school today. And so the school started calling family and got the son, who called the sheriff's office, and we did a welfare check and found 3 deceased individuals in the residence behind us in the 900 block of Dallas Street in Winona. All deceased from gunshot wounds, and it's still under investigation this time. Judge Schemberger has held an inquest here in the last few minutes, ordered autopsies on all 3, but we're still in the infancy stage of the crime scene search right now, and doing what we need to do before the decedents are removed from the residence.
Do you know the ages of the victims?
I don't know the ages yet. I'm not going to release the ages or names of any individuals today. That'll probably be released sometime tomorrow when all of the family has been notified. We have talked to some of the family, but there's a lot of them family out of town, so we will release that probably tomorrow. The 8th grader obviously is probably somewhere around 13 or 14, and the other ones I just guess late 40s, early 50s.
Were they related?
As a husband and wife who is the mother and dad of the 8th grader.
Do you know where the 8th grader went to school?
Winona ISD. Anything else?
Is there any signs of foul play or?
All 3 deceased from gunshot wound.
When you say the person who called in was the identity son?
The son of the mother of the oldest female here, son from a previous marriage. He lives out of town. He was out of town when he got the call. He's en route here now, but he called for a welfare check, and we got out here, and that's what we found.
Is there a weapon found?
I'm not going to go into any detail right now.
Go over again. What's next?
What will happen next, as I said, is Judge Schemberger, Justice of Peace out here in this precinct, ordered autopsies on all 3. The autopsies will probably be done tomorrow and the next day. Toxicology will be probably several months down the road, which before we can say anything about toxicology, but we are still conducting the initial crime scene investigation inside as far as any scientific evidence that we're looking for, and that will take place here well into the evening.
Do you guys know if you have a ballpark of how long they've been here?
You could only deduce from it that she didn't show up to school, so sometime probably before 8 a.m. this morning.
So it was
And that's just from her not showing up to school.
it was a little girl the 8th grader was?
Yes. That's how it all got, the information got to us. She didn't show up to school, which apparently the school calling must have been not a habitual thing for her not to show up. They thought enough to call, and then we did the welfare check, and this is what we found.
They want to know if there's any neighbors should be concerned.
No.
Well, that's all I got. Anything else you want to add, Sheriff?
Not unless you ask me.
So if neighbors shouldn't be concerned, so you're not looking for anyone specifically? That
No. No.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you, Sheriff. Yeah, so guys, you just heard the sheriff talk to us. So inside this home, he confirmed there was a husband and wife, a married couple. They had an 8th grade girl staying in the house with them, their child. And what led them to come to this crime scene was the child's school actually notified and called for a welfare check because the child didn't show up for school this morning, and so they were concerned. They came out, they did a welfare check, and that's really what led them here to find the 3 people dead inside of the home. Again, sheriff said it was a gunshot wound for all 3 of them. They said the neighbors should not be concerned at all. They're not looking for anybody in particular in the area that might have committed this crime. And as he said, this is ongoing investigation. And Neil, you talked about that a little bit. When officials go up to the scene and they first come here for the initial scene, they really don't know what's going on. And so it's the crime scene investigators. They're going through the house trying to collect evidence to really figure out what's going on here.
Okay, Mai, thank you very much. More on this on KTK News Live at 5. Until then, back to regular scheduled digital programming and TV programming.